Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I wanted to do, because pretty much summer is unofficially over for the year, another season's gone, but I wanted to just do an overview of some of the big trends that had happened during that time, and just to sit down and talk with you a little bit about them, and what was the big hit and what kind of just disappeared in a few seconds. So if you're interested, stick around, and if there's nothing else for me to say, then let's get started. So I actually have some of the trends on my face, so that's why it looks a little funky right now, but I wanted to show you kind of how they were and how it looks. And I was doing some research and some overview of the things that were, the huge trends of summer 2020, and I'm sure you're familiar with some of them, but some of them I, for myself, actually was not aware of, or maybe I just missed them because maybe they happened so fast, or I was busy trying to take care of a toddler that kept running around everywhere. So I figured I would just gather together everything that I could and just kind of do a kind of a quick rundown of what was going on. And I found, for me, I kind of came across just the top 10 trends of the summer. The first one I'm going to talk about is the sun-kissed glow, and I think that's just kind of an overall arching thing for anyone in any time of the year, quite honestly. But as I was doing some research and just going over and just even looking at pictures, I kind of just noticed how much, that sun-kissed glow was kind of a thing. I think more so because of the fact that everyone's still inside and still dealing with the lockdown. So, people are wishing they could be at the beach or by the pool if you don't have one. But like for me, but for some people, they kind of just had to deal with, kind of just making it on their own and just still look like they look fresh and dewy and good, even though they really haven't been outside for so much. So I've noticed that was kind of the one trend that I saw. The other trend that I came across, and I'm sure this one was a huge deal, was the floating graphic eyeliner. And I wish I had taken part a little bit more in that trend. I thought it was the kind of a really cool idea. You could just do multiple colors with it, or you can just do one single color and just do, mascara and call it good. It's such a minimalist kind of look, but very modern, and at the same time it was just something that was so easy to work with and do. I thought it was really cool, and I don't know, maybe I will try it just for kicks and giggles. I don't know. And I just want to see what that was like. One trend that I've noticed that I feel is coming back from the 80s, I think, is the bright pink blush. And I tried to do that right here on my face right here. And it's more of just the sweep right here on the cheeks. And like I said, I feel like that's something from the 80s, and we're just bringing it back just for the summer, I'm assuming. And just how bright and pink it was. I think even in the 80s it was even brighter. It was more of like a neon kind of color, whereas this one is more of a cooler, more monotone but still kind of bright jewel tone kind of maybe color of a pink. And I don't know, I don't think it's a terrible idea. I kind of like it, this more of a modern twist to it. I think that there could definitely be there's going to definitely be things that are going to come and go, and I feel like this one may stick around a little bit longer just because it definitely gives you that really nice flush of color and just make it look like you're alive, and just it just looks really nice, I think. So I can see this one kind of sticking around a little bit longer if that were the case. One of the trends, and you can see it definitely on my eyes, is the neon color eyeshadow on your eyes. Again, I feel like this is another 80s trend that also again has kind of come back during this time. I think more so with wanting some color. I know last year neon was like the huge deal for the summer, and it was in eyeshadow and eyeliner and nail polish and in clothes, just everything neon. So I feel like we still have that trend kind of going still with a lot of things that we're dealing with right now. I think neon is actually really cool if it's done right and pigmentation's really good. you know, you can definitely get that bright color into, you know, your style or your look. I could maybe also see this transitioning into the fall season and just kind of helping with the transitional stage between summer and fall during that time before we hit the winter stage, which is more of just the softer, deeper, richer jewel tone kind of color. So I can see something like this maybe progressing a little bit more until, you know, we completely change the look. This one I was actually really, I kind of like this one a lot. I didn't do it myself per se, but this one is Faux Freckles. And in fact, I know ColourPop even came out with their Faux Freckle pen this year, and I thought it was really interesting that they kind of had a product specifically designed for faux freckles. And I myself do not have freckles, as you could tell, and my husband actually has that gene. He's a strawberry blonde, and so you know, freckles, I think they're the cutest thing. I just don't have them, I think. But that seems to be kind of like the big trend that had been going on. I could see during the summertime, and in fact I could see several of the big trends that were going on. So like the, you know, the neon light, the neon eyeshadow, and the glow skin, and then the freckles, you know, that was just like the comparison. Or even just faux freckles and just like lashes, you know, that was like the thing that kind of complemented everything else and kind of pulled it all together. So definitely faux freckles were the huge thing. I could also maybe see that as well going into the winter time a little bit, and then kind of fading out by the time winter comes around. Glossy lips were like the thing at the time, and I kind of see that. I didn't quite see so much of that tinted lips kind of deal. More so than I saw more just glossy, pigmented kind of lips, maybe more so with lipstick and that kind of stuff. Of course, you know, that may just be me, and for you and, you know, your feeds or whatever you were looking at, that may have been more for you than it was for me. I didn't see so much of that, but apparently doing some research and looking over some stuff, that seemed to be the thing that was like the huge deal, you know, during the summertime. Of course, I can also see that going along with the glow skin, the glowy skin, and just natural, beautiful, glowy, dewy complexions that were going on. So that may just have been just something that just went by me and I didn't even notice it. This one, colored mascara, was just, I don't know, maybe a blink. Maybe it was for me. I don't know. I didn't see so much of the colored mascara. Again, going through some research and looking at pictures and whatnot, it didn't seem to be something that had clicked in my mind. But again, for you, if you've seen that, you know, I'm sure that may have been just something more consistent for you than it was for me. Colored mascara, I can only see that maybe more as a summer deal, more so than with, you know, with fall coming over through the next few weeks. I know the temperature's gonna be changing and the colors are gonna be changing with how we're gonna be styling ourselves, and I just feel right now that colored mascara just was a blink in my eye, that it was just so quick that I just didn't even notice it. And I don't know, was it for you something that, you know, you did, or even something that you saw more so with your social media feeds? Let me know in the comments below. And if so, you know, what kind of color have you tried or you thought was really cool? I'm kind of curious myself about it. I just don't see myself using it more so in the winter than I think right now in the summer. Just right now it's like color and just bright things, I just feel like are the thing, and it's just not something that I'm going to see continuing on, in my opinion. This trend, another one that I've seen, fox eyes, I also saw for like a quick second, and in fact I kind of saw a little bit of controversy about it, more so in the sense that I've seen different type of ethnic people taking offense to it. I don't know too much about it. It's other than the fact that it was a trend maybe just for a little while and it seemed to die out pretty quick. I don't know if that is the case because of how people approached it or viewed it as. I don't know. All I know is that it was just, again, a blink in the eye and it was gone kind of deal. I still see a little bit of it, but the trend of it has declined dramatically since I've seen it. So we have 2 trends left, and this trend is like something, again, kind of going back to another one that I had talked about, and that was single shadow with lashes. And it kind of seems to go a little bit hand in hand with neon eyeshadow in a sense. That doesn't necessarily mean that it was all neon, but that was kind of like the case with, I've noticed with single eyeshadow and lashes and that kind of stuff. It was very much intertwined. So that's why I kind of decided to separate the two because of that. I myself, I'm kind of wearing kind of a bright pink color. And in fact, reading upon the single shadow, they say that the best way to do it is to have the eyeshadow almost come up to your eyebrows, which is, I feel like, another 80s thing, another 80s trend that kind of came back, I feel, influences of it, and just how much the color was really bright and really strong and just reaching really high up into your eyes. Again, I feel like maybe this might be just another summer trend that will die off and will definitely not keep going more into the fall. Of course, this is, again, all just opinion, and it may change and it may just continue on into the fall, more so now with jewel tone colors, neutral colors coming in that case, because that tends to be more so as we're getting along more with the fall season. Okay, the last trend that I came across researching and looking over was something that I actually try to achieve all the time, and that is the natural brow. And the natural brow is just, you know, just very fine and not really so much defined kind of a brow. For me, that seems to be something that I try to go for. I feel like that's more of something that will go naturally more so with my face and my features and that kind of stuff. That's not to say, though, that more defined brows are terrible. I'm not saying that at all. If that is something for you, more power to you, and I think that works best for what your face shape and style is for. But just for me, I noticed that more the natural brow had been the trend going on during this summer season, and I personally like that, and that's something that I try to go for myself. I can definitely also see the natural brow maybe continuing on more so into the fall season. Natural brow, I think, felt more so was like the huge thing. Again, it seemed to complement really well with the glowy skin and the tinted and glossy lips. It was just like the huge thing. Well, that's the end of this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Again, you know, it seems to be just, I'm doing just an overview of the things that had been going on during the summer. If you've tried any of these trends, let me know. Put them in the comments below and just tell me, you know, what have you tried? What did you like? What did you didn't like? What do you think is going to carry on into the fall season? I had a good time just checking out all these trends, and I've definitely enjoyed looking and researching and seeing, you know, just the cool new trends that had been going on during the summer. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen into the fall and what would carry and what will just fall, you know, just for the season of summer. But I hope you are staying safe and healthy and well. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be notified of when I upload new content. And I hope you have a great day, great week, great weekend. Please be safe. I love you. Take care. And I hope to see you next time. Thanks. Bye.